Hey agents, this is Manny. I want to complete the raid on hardcore in order to get the hardcore raid distinction commendation, so I started grinding shade levels. I figured I'd let you guys in on how I do it, so in this video, I'll cover the build I use, which activities to target, and why. Also, if you're grinding shade on hardcore, I'd love to know what build you use. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. All right, so let's look at the build I use. So it's very similar to the regular negotiated dilemma build I use. So every one of these items is craftable. So we're going to start off with the ND pieces. You want the backpack simply because of you get the talent, which is critical measures, which gives you changes a 60% damage transfer to 100%. And then you're going to go with gloves, knees, and holster is what I picked. Now, I'm actually re-rolling everything, basically crit hit chance right now until my watch is completely leveled up and I get an extra 10% there, and also when I get better pieces. So as you can see here, I'm rolling critical hit chance because we want to get as close as possible to that 60% crit hit chance as we can. This one I actually haven't re-rolled yet. And then if you look at my other two pieces, we are going with Bellstone Armory. The reason I'm going for Bellstone is because the first piece gives you 1% armor regen, second piece gives you 10% armor on kill. These are our survivability, and they also come with armor as the core attribute. So ideally, what you're going to get is the mask. You're going to get armor, critical hit chance, and critical hit damage as the attributes, the secondary attributes. You want 2 reds, crit hit chance, and crit hit damage. And then the same thing on the chest. So you want armor, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, but you want chest as you want the talent to be unbreakable because this is your get out of jail free card. This is essentially another revive high. So when your armor is depleted, it repairs 95% of it. They do have perfectly unbreakable, which is 100%, but I believe that's 0 Fs. So I think this is better simply because you get the armor regen and armor on kill. This is how I play mine. So these are all, I have not optimized any of my gear yet, other than changing a couple of the pieces here to a critical chance to get my stats to be roughly with my AR to be, I'm about 58.3 right now. 60 is what you want to be. That's not too bad. So that is my armor pieces. And then for my weapons, I'm going with FAMAS. I keep rolling until I get damage out of top cover. And then I change the talent to fast hands. This has not been optimized yet. And then you can also make a CQB, and same deal. This one I need to re-roll, but I just did it just to have one. So rifle crit damage is here. You want damage out of cover as your primary, and then you're either going to go rifleman or boomerang for talent. I have not optimized this because I still need to re-roll another one, but I am going to use a CQB. Ideally, you'd get an M1A, regular one, which I haven't gotten yet, but the CQB is second best, I think, anyway, for that. So pistol doesn't matter. I happen to get a D50. I am rolling right now with survivalist because I've already maxed out my gunner specialization. Gunner is probably your safest bet simply because with gunner, you get that 10% armor on kill. So if we go quickly and look here, I believe gunner is the best bet because of, I believe it's the, no, I'm sorry, it's right here. Kills, killing enemies grants 10% armor kill. So that means you're going to get 20% armor back every time you kill, given that you're running the Bellstone piece. So that's why gunner's a good one, but I've already maxed it out. I do want to run the raid at some point, so I am now actually working on survivalist, and I got to apply my points. But as I said, all those pieces are craftable if you've already gotten the blueprint, say, on your softcore character. So, for example, you have the FAMAS here, the replica, and then you have the CQB right there. And then the mask, you have a Bellstone mask you can craft right here. You can keep crafting this until you know, as long as you have your Bellstone army, the pieces, the Bellstone pieces, you can keep crafting that. Or you can also, on your map, wait till you have a nice, if you have Bellstones here, so we could actually grind out some Bellstones so you can get a good piece in here. Remember, crit chance and crit damage is our secondary, and you're going to have armor on the first piece. Now, as I said, all these pieces are craftable, and you have a Bellstone chest in here as well. So you can always craft the first piece just to get yourself going. And then, and obviously, Negotiated Dilemma is in here as well. Right there, there's the holster. Negotiator's backpack. Where are we? Right there. You got the gloves. Right there. And then finally the knees. I will, at some point, I'll optimize my gear. what I will do is, because I am sharing, you can actually, from Manny, you can actually purchase shared resources and shared blueprints from after tier 2, world tier 2. You can grab that stuff. So I have an extra guy that I'm going to start buying resources for and actually use the resources here. As you can see, I have a bunch of, like, you know, shade calibration 77. You know, I got light machine gun alloys and stuff like this. Here's marksman alloys. Obviously, I'm going to need a lot of ARs. I only got 23 right now, so I'll get a bunch of those on my other tune, and they'll be available to this guy. And so for optimization, I would say optimize your FAMAS first, and then you can actually start optimizing your negotiated dilemma pieces, because they're automatically, these things are automatically god rolled because there's only one attribute, and you can actually recalibrate it. So just optimize weapon damage all the way up. You actually might want to try to grind out until you get like a 12% weapon damage core attribute before you try to optimize, because it's just going to take a lot of resources to do it this high, and it might be easier to, like this one, 11.6 is probably high enough. It'll be like 2 or 3 optimizations to max that one out. This one's at 6.5. I'm definitely going to get another one before. Oh, actually, this one's actually better. I should be equipping that one, but it doesn't have the crit hit chance on it right now. And then holster at 9.5. I'll probably try to get another one a little bit higher, at least above 10. I'd say like closer to 12, and then optimize that. The bellstone pieces, I'm not really going to bother until I get them. The mask is easy because you only have to worry about getting one of the attributes to be crit hit chance or crit hit damage, and the other one you can reroll. Then you can optimize the whole thing to be max. That's easy. The chest is a little harder simply because you have to either get unbreakable. You have to get 1 of 3. You have to get 2 out of 3. You have to have crit hit chance, crit hit damage, or unbreakable. You have to get 2 of those 3, and the other one you can reroll. The armor on this is pretty good. I just got to maximize it to 170, and that is the build I'm running with. I'm going shield and revive hive, obviously. So here's what I'm using to actually grind my shade level out. All right, so the fastest way to grind XP in order to get more shade levels is to do resource convoy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hide for a second. So we'll go to cover, so if someone walks by while we're doing this, we don't get tagged. We're gonna go to our map. We're gonna find a resource convoy. We're gonna mark it. Then we're gonna find the closest place to actually fast travel to, and we're gonna run to that convoy. All right, convoys are really easy because they're quick to kill. There's usually 2 waves after the first initial guys you kill. So I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit, so that way you don't watch me running there. Try to avoid as many things as you can. Sometimes you have to kill enemies to get to it. You're better off killing them than having them come up behind you. So once we approach the resource convoy, we're gonna deploy our shield and take out the first set right here. The key though is also learn. You're gonna have to learn where they actually spawn from. So they spawn right over here. The first set, there's going to be 3 guys here, 2 reds, and this has a purple. Sometimes it's 2 reds and a yellow, but it's always 3. This next wave has 4 ads. Is always an elite, and then usually like 3 reds. So I also want to show you why resource convoys are so great. Besides the fact that they're super quick, you saw how fast I took this one down. We're going to show you my starting XP, which is 88,493. And completing the convoy on challenging difficulty gives us 111,199 XP. And now when we check our actual XP, we have 310,891. Let's do a little math to see exactly how much XP we earned. So if we take the 310,891 minus that by 88,493 that we started off with, we'll end up with 222,398. Now, if we take that 222,398 and divide it by 2, we will get 111,199, which we remember is the actual amount awarded by doing a resource convoy. So not only a resource convoy is fast, but they also award double XP. It's a known bug. Developers have no plans on actually fixing it. So that's all there is to it. Just find your resource convoys and burn them down. Now, because I'm using negotiated dilemma, remember you want to mark 2 of them, target a 3rd, and just burn it so that all that extra damage is transferred across to the marked targets. And always, I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button below and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Let's do more content like this, then please smash that subscribe button. You can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Manny, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'd be happy to answer any additional questions live on stream. Until next time, agents, happy hunting.